packed in my job and I made up my mind to spend my life looking for gold. That old gold bug really bit me good, and I'm doomed, so I've been told. I got metal detectors up the old yin-yang, a gold ridge and a four-wheel drive. I'd be better if you shot me, 'cause gold fever's really got me, and I'm hooked as long as I'm alive. Go, 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 fever, ba, 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 go, 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 fever, ba, ba. I got vacuum cleaners guaranteed to suck gold like tornadoes suck up rocks for play. Special hammers for breaking up stuff, exposing nuggets to the light of day. With my long hip waders like old gumboot Bill, a water bag and gold pans too. I'm loaded for bear and I'm headed out there. Come along if you're a hankering too. There's no easy vaccination for your bare behind. The fight isn't fatal, but to all else you're blind. You can put out the lights when the gold back bites, 'cause gold fever's got you.
Well, welcome to the Gold Fever Show, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going out, real interesting show. We're going big time mining. We got some big equipment. We're going to be going out to a larger operation, seeing some gold. We're going to be going out to see Steve Pomeranke's outfit, and I'm standing right now up at the base of Anvil Mountain. Now we're outside of Nome, Alaska, and this is the site of the famous gold discovery by the three lucky Swedes, and that started the rush up here to Nome, Alaska. And the operation behind me here is run by the Alaska Gold Company, and they've been turning dirt up here for many, many, many years. And this area that I'm at, right at the base of Anvil, this place has produced some of the largest nuggets in the world. This is a very rich area. A lot of large nuggets have come out of here, and a lot of high-grade material. Now, we shot a show in here a couple of years ago. We're doing a little high-grading over here in this same general vicinity, and they've decided that the gold in this area is so good that they've gone back in and actually worked in an area where it's already previously been reclaimed and worked. Now, what they're doing over here, I'll just kind of give you a rundown. They're moving overburden. They're pushing this overburden out of the way, moving this material down, because the pay layer, it's in a layer, and the layer's sometimes 8 foot to 3 foot thick that runs up in the base of this mountain. Now, it's still rich, but as this mountain goes up, that layer of overburden increases on top of that pay layer, so they have to dig down and move all this trash material out of the way before they get down to that good rich material. Then when they get down to the rich material, they'll run it out their road over here to their plant. Now, they're shut down right now because they're trying to get this overburden out of the way. They'll run that material through their plant, and that plant has a shaker table and sluice boxes, and they'll run it through. We'll take a closer look in a little while at Pomeranke's plant. It's the same type of plant, and they'll just process it. Now, you can see they're massive tailing piles. You can see the screened rock. You can see the larger rock. You can see the medium-sized rock and then even the finer rock, and they're pushing those tailings off. They've got a pond over here where they recirculate their water for running the water up there, and they're just digging it down. Now, the problem that they got here was with this massive amount of overburden, but there is so much gold in that layer that's down there, it's worth it to move all this material out of the way just to get down to that rich layer. Now, I don't know, but I've heard some rumors that they're getting some pretty big size gold. Some big enough gold that one of the operators down there thought that one of the tractors was losing metal off of it, that the tractor was coming apart because there was a big chunk of metal down in the sluice box that looked like it come off one of the tractors. But with a little bit closer inspection, they found out that it was a chunk of gold. Now, I can't substantiate that, but that's one of the rumors, one of the stories that's floating around here, that they found a chunk of gold down there, and they're moving dirt, pulling it out. Now, this is, again, old material, old tissuary stuff that many, many years ago, this is old country, these mountains have weathered down, and that gold was deposited in this particular spot. Now, we're going to take you over to the beach. On the second beach line over there, we'll show you another operation that they're running on the beach line over there that's similar to this one. A lot of these open pit type operations, they're not tunneling back in anymore. A lot of the old timers, they would have to tunnel back in because they didn't have all this mechanized equipment to move this overburden off out of the way. So they would run their tunnels back underneath this stuff, and once in a while these guys will come across some of those old tunnels, and when they say they find those old tunnels, they're in the rich stuff because those guys would just run right along in the high grade. So they're moving dirt, getting some gold, getting quite a bit of gold. So let's take it and we'll go on down, and I'll show you another one of these operations over on the beach side. Well, we've come down just off the Bering Sea sitting out here, and the beach is just the other side of this hill, and this is up off the beach line. Now, they're running a little bit different operation, and that is one big loader that they've got running there. But this pile that you see over here, now, in the winter time, during when all this ground is all frozen, they're using dynamite and blasting up these holes and using a dozer to push this stuff up, and they're loading this material up here. Now, a couple of months ago, this mound of dirt right over here was about 100 foot higher. They've just been wearing and pushing this down. They use a dozer to push this material down, and use that big loader over there to load this material up. He takes it up there, loads it up in front of the guy with the backhoe, and the guy with the backhoe is just feeding that plant as fast as he just loading that right into that plant. Now, there's a trommel on that plant, a big barrel, looks like it's spinning around. That barrel's spinning around, that material's dropping inside there and getting classified and churned up and dropping out into a series of sluice boxes, and then the tailings, the larger size rocks, go up these stackers and get loaded out here. Now, he'll take that loader and go over here and load those tailings out and spread those around and push the other tailings out here into the piles. And they're just running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right on through 4th of July, right on through the weekend, Sunday, midnight. They run 24 hours a day because they only have a short season up here. When that freeze hits again and they get frozen, they'll have to start develop another one of these piles. Now, this pile over here is their gold-rich material. And I'd love to take a metal detector and go up there and metal detect around on that thing, but I probably wouldn't be too happy if I did. But that's some rich ground up there. Now, this is a larger type operation, and they're working on the second beach line right up off the beach. And this whole area in here underneath is just all rich. And they've just dotted around here on the surface. There's thousands of acres up here that just contain large amounts of gold deposits, and this is just one of the operations. There's ground up here to be run for years and years, and a lot of people that looking at this show, probably in construction or those type of operations, looking at that thinking, well, I can do that. I can run that construction equipment. Yeah, part of it is operating, and these guys are operators running up here, but there's a difference between being an operator and a prospector. You know, you can run one of these tractors and move this dirt and stuff around, but you may not be able to sniff out that gold, and that's a key thing, is you've got to be a prospector in order to run. You can't just run any dirt. You've got to run dirt that's got a goodly amount of gold in it. Now, they're processing a lot of dirt, getting a goodly amount of gold. Now, they'll probably run, depending on a bad season on this operation, maybe 10,000 ounces. On a good year, maybe 20,000 ounces off this operation. There are many operations similar to this. Inland up there's probably 20, 30 smaller operations. We're going to go out and talk with a guy that's an owner-operator that's running his own mine, a guy that was a mechanic, got into prospecting, and now is operating his own mine. Now, he's pulling out quite a bit of gold, and we're going to go over and talk to him. But this is just to give you a look at larger scale mining. Now this operation is also run by the Alaska Gold Company, and again, they're just right up off the beach, and they're running a recirculating outfit. They're pumping their water out of a pond. They run it up through their plant, and then the water goes back out to a series of settling ponds, and then it's pumped back up here. So they're just recirculating. They're not adding any water to the ocean or drawing any water out. They're just working right